Good evening, everyone. I'm Brittany DeVera. I'm doing a newscast from Norfolk, Virginia. We're going to start a new little segment on different types of religions throughout the world. One of the religions we're going to be going over tonight is Buddhism. I'm just trying to allow people to get a greater knowledge of the different types of religions and try to create a more cultural aware world. So like I said, our first religion is going to be Buddhism. We're going to go over the basics of it and what they believe in and their paths. We're also going to determine the impact and the beliefs that it may have on today's cultures. Going into the different types of religions that we're going to be learning about, the first part we're going to be learning about is the path of enlightenment, or the teachings of Buddhism, which is Dharma. These include the Four Noble Truths, the Path of Enlightened Fold, and the 5 precepts. This religion does not contain any gods or deities. It focuses on enlightenment, wisdom, compassion, salvation through removing defilement and delusion. Now we're going to go on ahead and cover the 4 Noble Truths that we're going to be learning about. The first one is the truth of suffering, which is death, loss, pain, and encompasses day-to-day situations where one might feel frustration, discomfort, and things that you might not get. The next one is arising of suffering, which is craving, which is rooted in ignorance. Then we go into cessation of suffering, and suffering ceases when craving cease. The last one for the 4 Noble Truths is the path is leading to the cessation of suffering. This is the treatment. It's which the Noble of Enlightened Fold path leads to Nirvana. Continuing on with the 4 Noble Paths, once we stop wishing for materialistic items that which make us happy, our suffering will stop and we will reach Nirvana. The Enlightened Fold Path, the Eightfold Path, are the 8 aspects which help the followers of Buddhism reach the ultimate goal of reaching Nirvana. These 8 guidelines set by Buddha will allow these followers to use their body as a vessel to reach enlightenment and remove them from their worldly cravings and suffering. Buddhism encourages good deeds and looking inward for self-realization instead of craving material items that have no impact in our lives. They're immaterial, they won't last. Buddhism also accepts life and death are a part of their journey to enlightenment. They separate not only from material items, but also from other people. They believe there is no sadness in losing any person, and wanting that person back would create even more of a suffering for the person. The Eightfold Path also covers 3 broad areas. It covers morality, meditation, and wisdom. It's kind of basic. As long as you are a good person, concentrate on what you are seeking, and learning the most you can. The Eightfold Path is the path that helps purify the mind and avoid unwholesome actions. The next one we're going to be going over is the 5 precepts that Buddhism follows. They are abstain from killing. Obviously, you try not to kill anybody. Abstain from taking what is not given. Avoid sexual misconduct. Abstain from false speech. And abstain from fermented drink that causes heedlessness. These are all kind of things any person should kind of follow. I mean, we don't want to kill people. We don't want to take things that don't belong to us. We don't want to be sexual miscreants. We don't want to lie. And if we drink too much, everyone can get in some serious trouble. Now, there are 2 main branches of Buddhism that kind of are created. Sorry for the butchering of the names. I obviously can't say them perfectly. But one is Theravada, and the other one is Mahayana, which breaks down into some other branches that are followed through the countries of Tibet, China, Japan, and mostly Asian countries. Buddhism is the 4th largest religion that is followed throughout the countries and the world. I know it was a very brief and quick overview of Buddhism, and maybe one day we'll go farther and deeper into learning about it. I just want to take the time to say thank you for listening. I know it was definitely an interesting topic. I would suggest always going and learning more about what you can. It's a very interesting religion. I think it's deep, it's beautiful. It's something I think I'm going to go and learn about a little bit more further. Have a great